flag queen. Now who can that be? They call her Babbzy, and she wonder if God would forgive her for the things she did. She know it's not perfect and it's not worth it. As long as Babbzy live is no plug-in. Sometimes she wonder if He would forgive her for all of her sins. Responsible for all the blogging. Big casket for them down in a lane. Babbzy have gone by God doof dog by God roof. Tell a little blogger boy put away him dus. Cause that blogger boy put away him dus. Cause that can't save you when Babbzy crew them rise. The thing went on like a ream and push down in a me heart. Where evil eye, evil fingers and evil eye. If you're this Babbzy, well enough people die. Couple it longer than KFC fries. Babbzy murder them. Them and nobody call Babbzy, never heard of them. Torture the blanca boy. I bet them never make a blog again. Famous and dead looking face man CNN. Babbzy, no fair people, no people fair. Them want know what the flag queen. Now who can that be? They call her Babbzy, and she wonder if God would forgive her for the things she did. She know it's not perfect and it's not worth it. As long as Babbzy live is no plug-in. Sometimes she wonder if He would forgive her for all of her sins. Responsible for all the blogging. Big casket for them down in a lane. Babbzy have gone by God doof dog by God roof. Tell a little blogger boy put away him dus. Cause that can't save you when Babbzy crew them rise. The thing went on like a ream and push down in a me heart. Where evil eye, evil fingers and evil eye. If you're this Babbzy, well enough people die. Couple it longer than KFC fries. Babbzy murder them. Them and nobody call Babbzy, never heard of them. Torture the blanca boy. I bet them never make a blog again. Famous and dead looking face man CNN. Babbzy, no fair people, no people fair. She when she rise up the water and the M16. She no fair people, people fear Babbzy. Yeah, guns, drugs and money where Babbzy stuck. Vlogger boy, better watch your head back. Vlogger.
Listen, let me set up now. Because today was one of those days again where the weather, thunderstorms, like seconds before I was about to go live, I was like, what's going on? But I had to come live because there's so much going on in the world and we got to talk about it. So let me send the link out to everybody, let everyone know that I'm live today, because people might be surprised to see me live 2 times in a row. This is like a world record for me right now. So yeah, can we cheer for the Babbzy? What's that plus? No, that's not it. That's not it. Cheer for the Babbzy. Cheer for the Babbzy. So how's everybody doing? Drop a like on the video, please, when you come in. We need to talk about some things because we have like some YouTube administration to take care of. So we got to make sure that we take care of it. I need somebody to actually let me test the sound myself, because you guys told me last week that my sound was good and it was not good. And I don't know why you did that to me, because when I'm in the playback now, I'm listening to everything and I'm like, they're playing Lan and it's like so loud and it's peaking. And I'm like, why did you guys tell me that my sound was good when it wasn't good? I don't understand. Friday's my birthday. So if we're going to cheer for that as well, if we're going to cheer for that. So I'm not one of those people running around not wanting anybody to know my age. Oh, Akil said he liked the intro. You like the intro? Let me see if I could pull it back for you. I love it too. Hold on.
Them want know what the flag queen. Now who can that be? They call her Babbzy, and she wonder if God would forgive her for the things she did. She know it's not perfect and it's not worth it. As long as Babbzy live is no plug-in. Sometimes she wonder if He would forgive her for all of her sins. Responsible for all the blogging. Big casket for them down in a lane. Babbzy have gone by God doof dog by God roof. Tell a little blogger boy put away him dus. Cause that can't save you when Babbzy crew them rise. The thing went on like a ream and push down in a
Hey. And now that I have my DJ set, I'm like showing off to the world now. I'm like, oh, I'm a DJ. Did you know I could actually DJ? Like, did you know I could actually mix? Somebody last week was like, I bet you have that DJ set and you can't mix nothing. Detta Veteran, what's up? How you doing? I'm getting some Vendetta people coming around now. So guys, saying Detta Veterans here. You must be happy this week to see that your boy Alkaline is out here swinging on some niggas. Alkaline said he's gonna swing on some niggas this week. So we're gonna talk about that. So guys, my birthday is Friday. I have a Amazon registry that was bought out pretty much. I added more things to it so that people who wanted to buy a birthday gift could buy a birthday gift. I'm not asking you to buy one or forcing you to buy one, but if you would like to buy one, I'm going to have the Amazon registry below in the replay. I didn't put it in the pre-play because I didn't want you to go and do it and leave. And then I'll also have a PayPal link. Some people were like, I can't buy Amazon in the country that I'm in because I have people that are in like all different countries. So they can't sign up for PayPal and they can't sign up for certain things. Sorry, not PayPal. Amazon, so they can't send me certain things. So anyhow, let me let everybody know that I'm live. So what a week we've had. I'm absolutely utterly confused about what's happening in dancehall right now. But what I can tell you is that it's time for us to take a look at how Cartel's gonna have to answer. And we're gonna talk about the dancehall hypocrisy right now because there's been too much hypocrisy going on in dancehall, and this situation with Alkaline dropping disses on people is actually showing it like to the bone. So I know a lot of people are gonna be angry, and I just want to let you know that. Also, I want to talk about how my channel operates. My channel speaks the truth. Okay, if you are one of those people who don't like the truth, then you're not going to necessarily like my platform, because it's one of those platforms that this week I might be saying it's Ray, next week I might be saying it's Blay. And I'm not on the artist side, so I don't give biased commentary. So if the commentary is what it is, it's what it is. And I'm not into that whole pretend that, this is what's happening when this is not what's happening kind of a situation. I'm more so the kind of person that's going to be like, here's what's happening. So today I might be speaking highly of your artists and agreeing with them, and I might be thinking that they have a good song or they have a good whatever. But then next week I might not agree with them, and I might feel like they're not necessarily doing so well, and I might say something about it. So that's kind of where I am as a vlogger. I think that a lot of people are used to the current culture on YouTube where everybody kind of just has a side, and then it's like no matter what happens and no matter what goes down, they stay on that side and they play for that side. I'm not like that. So I just want to give you guys a pre-warning, because you might think that I am, and then you might hear me say something about, one of your artists, and then you might have a nervous breakdown about it. So I just want you to know that that's how it is over here. Over here is a very, balanced, I thought this week, I thought this next week kind of a situation. So I don't want you to kind of set yourself up to think that I'm going to always be rooting for your artist or rooting for somebody, because they might mess up next week and I might have to talk about it, and I will talk about it. But this week for sure, what I will say is the situation going on with Alkaline is really, 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 really funny. It's because it's showing how hypocritical dancehall is. So let me get this little situation up and running here, because I want you guys to understand what's happening. There is so much people jumping in this beef, jumping in this war, jumping in this battle. I don't understand how Tentic is here. Tentic is here trying to save Vibes Cartel. Like, I was kind of like, oh man, what are you doing in this? How you reaching this? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to see, like, so it's Tentic, it's Shane Skull, it's Knox. I'm kind of concerned about playing some of the songs this week, because the Devin the Doctor song got copyright last week, and when these songs get copyright on them, they're kind of concerning for me at times, because then what they try to do is they try to take the money that you make from the video, right? And it's weird to me that this just keeps happening. Like, I don't know. I think if I'm a person who's a blogger or an artist, and I have someone playing my song, why would I want to collect the money from that person talking about me? I don't understand this whole situation. So sometimes the song will cause the video to get blocked, and then sometimes the song will cause the video to, like, lose its monetization. And I don't like that. I feel like that's messed up. Let's see. Let me send this out. Let's let everybody know. People are messaging me. They're like, "Are you really going live this week, Babbzy?" And that's it. But there's a lot of people that's just jumped in this mix. I don't even know half of them. I don't even know what's going on. So for me, I'm like literally like, okay, we're gonna have to try to keep up on it. So here's what I think is happening because let's see. Let me send this out. A lot of people are like, they're on their way home from work, blah, 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 blah. They can catch it in the replay. I'm going live 6:30. That's the time I'm sticking to, and I'm not changing it because, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So, boy. I had really bad allergies. My migraine was really bad. Yesterday, I didn't even get out of bed once. So I'm just letting everybody know that I'm not 100% today, but we're going to fight through it and get through it because that's what we got to do. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of stuff happening right now. Devin the Doctor. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start, guys. What's happening? Okay. Let me see if I can get back into this whole mix, right? So, Alkaline is the talk of the week. That's the conversation. And I was kind of concerned about that a little bit because, you know me, I don't talk about Alkaline on my platform. Not because I have anything against Alkaline, because I actually do like Alkaline, but because there are some people on social media, primarily YouTube, that try to, I guess, silence. I don't know what it is. Hey, Kevin. Mr. Bravo. Mr. Bravo is the security man to the stars. If you need a security guard, that's Mr. Bravo right there. Who you see walking around with intense and all these people, that's him right there. And his birthday was the other day, so wish him a belated happy birthday. Yeah, so I don't say much about Alkaline because I don't want to bring these people back around. It's been really peaceful without them. I've had a real good time not interacting with them. I am in a different space right now when it comes to YouTube and it comes to dancehall reasoning. I am giving you my opinion, and however you want to cry about it, you can cry, but I'm not going to come back and be like, you know, so-and-so, and I'm not talking about anybody on my platform. I don't have any time for that. So, Alkaline drops his diss song. I think we should play it. I don't know. Can somebody, who's that? Detta Veteran, can you please see if you can get me a Bly through this song? Because I don't want these people to copyright me. Somebody on the Vendetta team, go talk to them and be like, "Hello, Babbzy." So Alkaline's song is called Keyman, right? And basically, in this song, they're saying that there's some shots fired to a few sets of people. And these sets of people are Bounty, Movado, Cartel, and I don't remember who the fourth one was. I remember it was Bounty, Movado, Cartel, and someone else. Hold on, let me set my phone up because I know I'm going to start to get calls. Yeah, Bounty, Movado, Cartel got shots in this song, they claim, right? So we're going to go through the song together and see. Let's see. Let me test this and see if it's coming through. Stop me now. All right, good. So they say, not me, they. I'm not they. I'm me. They say, right, that some shots are thrown in this song, and I don't know. I heard something about wet bread, and I felt sick. I was like, wet bread? Ew. Like, that's gross, right? So let's see. Let's get this up and running. That's the call-in number if anybody wants to call in to talk. Let's play this now. So Let's hear what's happening here with Alkaline.
Key man, tougher than Leland. Yo.
Hold on. Can you hear that? I don't hear that. Hold on. Let's go back. All right.
Key man, tougher than Leland. Yo. Yeah, we ain't trick them a pre-man. Daddy, get move up. Spain town, I got talk too much. Uptown, fully. We no punk on the battlefield, no we no wet bread. Pussy far around, we and play and go get dead. Me not here. Meds like John Un, Vladimir.
Oh God. I think I'm gonna need Kid Chronic to call in and explain this, or Brambo, cause one thing about Alkaline that I struggle with, truthfully, is he sings really fast, and as much as I understand Jamaican, I struggle to understand Alkaline a lot. He sings very, very fast, and it's hard for me to keep up a lot of the time because I feel like he sings a little too fast for me. So let me change some stuff around here. Add this in here. Take this out. Yeah, he sings too fast for me. I feel like I'm gonna need somebody Jamaican to come up here and deal with this, cause I can't understand him. I really can't. Let's try this now. Okay. So, all right, cool. Where's Kid? All right, you guys can hear it? Okay. He's singing really fast for me though. Like I need to. Let's try this again. Oh, maybe let me slow it down. Let me YouTube actually slow it down, because he's going really too fast for me. Playback speed normal. Let's slow this down. Okay, let's try now. Let's try.
Key man, tougher than Leland. Yo. Yeah, we ain't trick them a pre-man. Daddy, get move up. Spain town, I got talk too much. Uptown, fully. We no punk on the battlefield, no we no wet bread. Pussy far around, we and play and go get dead. Me not here. Meds like John Un, Vladimir. Lose me hell down now, nothing to mean, nothing to me. Nah industry. I mean a key man. Artists get hype and then sink like quicksand with this.
Okay. Artists get a quick hype and then they sink like quicksand. Who would he be talking about there? That's not Cartel. That's not Movado. That's not Massacre. And that's not Bounty. Because they're all long standing. So maybe he's just talking. Right? Let's see. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Me trick no can't trick me out here. What can't style it now go work. You dig? Now watch the internet and be an idiot. Them run with bro. My pocket full of garbage, spend that fast. Me and them ain't a beef, much less same class. But me see some of them a rap for me laugh. All day we flash. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Don't size up, talk with up. Can't fuck around. Why we start? Walk the walk, talk the talk. Walk the walk, talk the talk.
So he's just stunting right now. He's just basically saying that, yo, in the industry, everybody's afraid of him. Da 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 da. You know, he's just like throwing whatever. Paul, what's up? Big up yourself, man. Alkaline Key Man lyrics. They have the song lyrics on the screen. Let's go. Okay, let's go to that, because I don't know. Alkaline be chipping whenever he sings, and it's kind of like, you know, yeah, there we go. Let's try this. We have to go regular speed.
Yeah, we ain't trick them a pre-man. Daddy, get move up. Spain town, I got talk too much. Uptown, bully. We no pump on the battlefield, no we no wet bread. Pussy far around, we and play and go get dead. Me not here, meds like John Un, Vladimir. Lose me hell down now, nothing to me, nothing to me. Now industry, I'm a key man. Artists get hype and then sink like quicksand. With this strong CW9, nearly any friction. Shooters them I aim for you, team for your head dog. Full of paper, yeah, me them afraid of. Me trick, no can't trick me out here, what? Can't style a style like nah go work, you dig? Now watch the internet, I be an idiot, them run with bruh. A pocket full of garbage, spend that fast. Me and them not in a beef, much less same class. When me see some of them a brag for me, laugh. All day we flash. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Don't signs up, dark with dark. Can't fuck around, why we start? Walk the walk, talk the talk. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Don't signs up, dark with dark. Can't fuck around, why we start? Talk the talk. Nothing don't hire than me. Try to warn me. Run a time, tie army. Knees up off for the weed, it never did that call me. Use my name, forget the viral, it kinda canny. Come round for the ride, love me, no aparta. When me tas slut me ask if she give a brata. Them the rough like my dog, none of them know, sir. Just fuck me and deal with now pretty altar. Do what me I do. No take telling, 1,000 gal in a rotation. As a gelding, one shot in 9 chest. DOA, shop to buy more place. No HOA, know them 100 but still kill for them. Some look like warrior but them innocent. You go week out if every day you get up your strength. Just turn up, no wait, pan follow out, what the difference? Yeah, man, say, walk the walk, talk the talk, don't signs up.
I think he's talking about Movado there. I think he's talking about Movado there. Let's go back and take a look at them lyrics. He's saying, just turn on op, no wait for follow. What a difference. I think he's talking about Movado there. Because, you know, him and Movado haven't been good for a long time. I don't know what the issue is with him and Movado. You know, I don't know. I'll tell you what I think about both men. I think Alkaline, and this is just me, I think Alkaline has some chips on his shoulder. Like, Chips Ahoy chips on his shoulder. I think he's been through a lot. And when you go through a lot, you can kind of change. And you kind of start to not like the people around you, see the people around you, stuff like that. And I feel like Alkaline is at that point where he just doesn't really like anybody. I think he doesn't want to communicate with much people. I think he doesn't want to interact with much people. I think he doesn't want to hang out with a lot of people. I think he just wants to be like on his own. And I don't know, I guess with Movado, there's a lot of conversations going on around about him, what happened with him and Movado, that I don't believe. I just have a hard time believing it. One of the conversations why they say that Movado and Alkaline fell out is due to Movado's son, Dante. So, you know, Movado's son, Dante, was in prison for life for murder. And then basically he won his appeal and came out. They're claiming that Cartel had the link to get him out of prison. And basically Movado went to Alkaline and was like, hey, I gotta work with Cartel because he has the link to get Dante out. I think that's rubbish. I have a hard time believing that. I have a very hard time believing that that's true. It might be, but I don't believe it. I feel like Alkaline, there's no way, like he would have to be on some real heartless level if he jumped out and he said, I don't want your son to come out of prison because Movado has, like, Cartel has to link this. Like, I have a hard time believing that. I have a very hard time believing that. I just have a hard time believing that. I don't know. I don't believe that. So, that's what they allege that their fallout is over. I don't believe that their fallout is over that. I just believe that their fallout is over just conflict of interest, conflict of personalities, conflict of, right? Like, they're just conflicting. I just think that Alkaline is one of those artists that just wants to do him, that he wants to do things his way, et cetera, and that's it. But basically in this song, he's tripled down on this Brata talk. So for people who are confused about Brata Brata is a slang in Jamaica, but he was using the brata in regards to bati washing. So now all of dancehall is upset, right? So now let's get into why this conversation is at the point where they're saying Cartel needs to jump in. They're saying Cartel needs to jump in because they're saying that Cartel needs to discipline him for talking about bati wash and brata. And I don't know, like, it's just, dancehall is a weird space for me to understand. There's so many unwritten rules and it's so much stuff that's just confusion for me. I like, and it's just hypocrisy all the time. Like, it's like Cartel is the king. The king is supposed to discipline, but the king is not going to discipline Alkaline because Alkaline is talking about bati, and we don't want to talk about bati. So we're not gonna, like, I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know when something is supposed to get defended. I don't know when something is not supposed to get defended. I don't know what is happening. It's just it's like sheer utter confusion for me. And you know, I was kind of like, boy, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. Hold on. All kind of people are messaging me. They're pressing the link and they can't get on. Okay. Here you go. There you go. All right. There's a whole bunch of people messaging me. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah. It's like unwritten rules. So he's talking about bati wash. That should be Cartel defending it, but they're like, nope, Cartel's not clashing anybody. Cartel is the king. He's singing about God now, and I'm just like, I have no clue what's going on. I have absolutely no clue what's going on. So that's why I said, you know, I don't see Massacre answering anybody right now because it's just pure confusion. Everyone's jumping in, everyone's running in. I don't see Cartel answering anybody either. So as much as people are saying that Cartel needs to answer Alkaline, I don't see Cartel answering. I don't see Cartel saying anything. I don't see him getting involved, right? And, you know, it's crazy. So where does Massacre and Devin the Doctor stand? I don't see Massacre coming out at all. I told everybody that last week. I don't see Massacre answering Devin the Doctor. Unless something dramatic has happened that I don't know about, I don't see Massacre answering Devin the Doctor. So all of you hoping to see Massacre come out, that's not going to happen. We not throw shades, we'll wear them. Jevy, what's up, man? I heard Knox's diss song, and oh my God, guys. Again, I'm going to say this because I want you. Okay, he's dissing Tentic. So let me play Tentic's diss first so that we can go through it together. Because I don't like Tentic's song. Now I'll tell you why. Tentic's song comes across as beggy, right? Like, I know everybody sees Cartel as the top man right now, but that doesn't mean you need to dick ride a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you need to act like why is Tentic defending Cartel? Cartel doesn't need defense from Tentic. Like, this song is not a bad song, but I'm like, where did this come from? Why are you here? Where did you come from? What are you doing in this? You know what I'm saying? Let's check this out.
Yo, ugly man. A nasty boy. Think. Could be a Bumbo will favor dog poo. Go home. Hey. Toes who gyal a rotate, never yet see one. Not even one. Not even one. Them no have no name and them no sing no song. There is no superstar, you're some fucking anti-man. Never go low and we a fuck back again. Who know bad for your badness upon it.
Did he say anti-man? Is Tentic Jamaican? He said anti-man.
Not even one. Not even one. Them no have no name and them no sing no song. There is no superstar, you're some fucking anti-man. Never.
He just called Devin the Doctor an anti-man. An anti-man? In dancehall? What are you rascal going on here? He called the man an anti-man.
Never yet see one, not even one. Not even one, them no have no name and them no sing no song. You is no superstar, you're some fucking anti-man. Never go low and we a fuck a back a gal. Who know no bad for your badness a panigram. You can't go link no man, no pack a man and some can and Jara. You know what to see or them no like no batty man. Look nasty out, yes. All of my dog, them a shorty, paper sweet with like tutti fruity. Bad bitch with the matty, catch bad and bougie. Rifle sweep the place, bro me. All of my dog, them a shorty, people sweet with like tutti fruity. Let's get to work.
This sounds like a diss song from Miss Rachel. Like, tutti fruity energy, shooty, and then this is like, dog, you know, babe. Like, who told you Alkaline doesn't, or Massacre, or whoever? Like, who's he actually dissing? Who's he dissing? Devin? Who doesn't bathe? Who's he talking to? Jevy, who's he talking to? Who is Tentic talking to? How and why is he using the term anti-man? Is he Jamaican? I don't know, man. I don't even want to hear no more of this shit, man. This sounds like me cussing somebody. Like, you know when I be like, yo, you need to go and wrestle, babe, you fucking dog, wrestle. Like, that's what this sounds like on a beat. This don't sound like bars. This sound like Babbzy on a beat. I don't know. I think I could do a better job than this. I'm going to be telling somebody that they need to bathe and Ray, and anti-man. And I would be like, you fucking wrestle, boxy, dig out, like, can't. Like, I don't understand this here. What happened here? I ain't even listening to the rest. It's Alkaline he's talking. Okay, so how does he know Alkaline doesn't bathe? Who told him that? He got close enough to Alkaline to know he don't bathe? Shooty and fruity. Like, this sound like a diss track for like Barney, Sesame Street. Like, these are not bars. These aren't bars. Sorry. Let me go to Tentic now. It's Knox now. Hold on. Here, I have a problem with Knox's song though, and I'm gonna talk about it in a sec. Hold on.
Attention. The country is now under attack. Seek immediate shelter and avoid traveling unless absolutely necessary.
Hold on. Pussy Tentix. You know badness. You know that there. Let me all go to work already, man. Shut things, man. Murder, you have fun, man. Fun, man. Hold on. Pussy Tentix said we split from your this. But them a roll deep, never roll with a bitch. You roll me, you know bother blood clean. Cause now if you say a word, you know tick dead quick. No care where you from or anywhere you will get it. Jump on the car ready, figure them a visit. One song you get even sure. If it hit a bag of man you par with a wood, them a call fish. This easy, spread him out in I crowd. Let you go like them fi promote that. Then nah, do not cry, me pussy watch your mouth. Make sure you can defend up your whole black.
Guys. This does not sound good production-wise. Knox sounds like he's under the beat. Like, the beat sounds like it's here, and like Knox sounds like he's like drowning under it. He doesn't have like that beefed up sound. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Alkaline has anything to do with the production of this. I don't know if but he just doesn't have that. He doesn't have that sound. And I don't understand why so much artists in dancehall nowadays don't have this sound anymore. It's like, okay, let me show you. Scope for Massacre, right? I know it's not a diss track, but I want you to hear how Massacre sounds on this song. Massacre sounds like... You hear the difference already? Like... You hear how sharp he sounds? You might not be able to understand production, but he sounds, listen. So Massacre sounds like he's on Mount Everest, and then that the beat is like under him, and he sounds like he has like a megaphone. And then it's like the reverb is perfect on his voice. So it's not drowning it out and flooding him out. And it's not like, it doesn't have him sounding muddy. It has him sounding loud and like full of authority, and like he just sounds commanding.
Fling a head in I scope. Lie when you telling I quote for me kill a lock down in I sell a try hope.
You hear a little bit of echo?
Head in I.
See? Perfect.
Scope. Running I never my sport. Gunshot and ring like Bella guy so.
Echo.
Head in I.
Here?
Fling a head in I scope. Killer me style dope. Me nigga grab up a chicken no try joke. I fling a head in I.
He sounds clean. He always has that sound. Like whoever's mixing Massacre's vocals, like they know what they're doing. He always sounds like crispy, sharp. And then like, I don't know what's going on with Alkaline's vocals. He never sounds clean and crisp. It's like, he always sounds muddy and like too much is going on around his. Massacre's song is mixed by Dre Day. Whoever Dre Day is, tell him, big up himself. He knows what he's doing. That if you're an artist and you want to sound good, get your ass over there. His vocals, like Alkaline never sounds like this. He always sounds like muddy and like, because he's always running two leads on his vocal. Like he's like, then he has this like I don't know why he does it. It just sounds, it makes him sound drowning. Knox doesn't sound good in this song. It does not sound mixed professionally at all. Like he doesn't sound crispy in this.
You know badness, you know that there. I know I'll go to work already, man. Shut things, man. Murder, you have fun, man. And homie, man. Fun, man. Hold on. Pussy 10 ticks said we split from your disc. But them a roll deep, never roll with a bitch. You roll mean, you know about that blood clean. Cause now if you say a word, you no tick dead quick. No care where you're from or anywhere you will get it. Jump on the care ready, figure them a visit. One song you get even sure. If it hit a bag of man your part with a wood, them a call fish. This easy, spread him out in I crowd. Let you go like them fi promote that. Then nah, do no cry, me pussy watch your mouth. Make sure you can defend up your whole block. Like you sense them chip out from me 4 box. Where you get a spin ton pussy, you don't know about. The girl them a say you sting, check your order. Look beef like you hungry, take your whole pot. You can't war with the data, you know that. Me will left you up on a little stretch and make you roadblock. Mo be a man, devil don't know it program. Dunkirk ready up a park, make a portal. A badness in a road, man. Not just internet for me dogs post pan. You want dead, so a time for your toe tag. We have a video with you and another man a dance to a slow song. Brigade can't out the fire, yeah. Me fire now, pussy hurry and fire back. As a killer, me no argue. Pambati chat, your little career fall off, now the caliber. No, where I try to follow formula. A fat shot in your face from me caliber. Mount the view killer, then no I see you back away. I chat where I say pussy don't stop it cap. Come on.
I don't like how he sounds at all here. He just sounds like he doesn't even sound like he's on the beat. He sounds like he's trailing the beat. Like he sounds like the beat. He doesn't sound commanding on this at all. He doesn't sound believable. He just sounds like somebody was like, here's a bottle and spoon and a beat, and then he was just like, yo, let's come try a thing. Like let's go run up in this war. Like this does not sound professional. This just doesn't sound professional. This sounds like the man them on the block were like, yo, let's go fling some words and jump up in this nigga. And then it was like, yeah, we gonna just go and fling some words and jump up in this nigga. Like, this doesn't sound good to me at all. It's hard. It's a hard listen because his vocals just don't sound good. The ad-libs and whatever, it just doesn't sound good. And when it doesn't sound good, it's hard for me to listen to the lyrics because it just doesn't sound good. I don't like how this sounds, man. I don't know, man. I'm very picky when it comes to music. And this production is just not good. I don't know if it says who mixed and let me check the credits and see. Produced by sponge music and Noxy beats. The beat is thin. There's not a lot of instruments to it. The bass is not the bass that is being used now. It's just like this light sounding bass that it just doesn't sound produced well to me. And I just think like if you were gonna jump in this war to defend Vendetta, you should have come with an extremely heavy production. I feel like you should have made sure at least, even if your lyrics were weak, that your production was strong. Because this is not a strong song to me. I don't know how anybody else feels. Everybody else looks at Clash songs differently and they'll be like, oh, it doesn't matter if it doesn't mix good. Like, no, to me, like it doesn't make sense to do a song and not mix it well. You might as well just get it mixed well. This just doesn't sound good to me. This just does not sound good. It's just like, his vocals are like he doesn't sound good.
The things, man. Murder, yeah, fun, man. And homie, man. Fun, man. Hold on. Pussy 10 ticks said we split from your this. But them a roll deep, never roll with a bitch. You roll me, you know bother blood clean. Cause now if you say a word, you know tick dead quick. No care where you're from or anywhere you will get it.
He doesn't even sound serious. Like if I'm 10 tick, I'm laughing at this diss track. I'm gonna be like, this nigga don't even sound good. Like this nigga don't even sound heavy. Like this nigga sound light, bro. Like this sound like Floyd Mayweather saying he's gonna knock out Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like this just sounds like some lightweight shit. Like this sounds like it could have been something better had there been maybe not a rush to get out and fight and get in and jump in the mix. But this just sounds very not good for the and for the because Alkaline. I just don't like how this sounds and I don't know. Man sound hungry. No, James Bond, you know what I mean? Like you are into production and all this stuff, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, follow James. No, it's not this channel. You're gonna have to come and log in on your other channel. But like, this is a big select thing there. 10 Tick needs to reply. So you guys really think 10 Tick should reply to this? I wouldn't. This doesn't sound good. This sounds really bad to me. If I were him, I wouldn't reply. I'd have just been like, these niggas is talking, whatever. Knox needs to reply to 10 Tick. 10 Tick need to reply to Knox? Who should reply? This is just I don't think this beef even makes sense. Where's Shane Skull? Why the Shane Skull? Shane Skull's not around no more. Where's he at? Did he drop something? Did Shane Skull drop something, guys? Let me see. Where's Shane Skull at? Vendetta fans delusional. Them say Knox song. No. He doesn't sound good at all. The song isn't horrible, but he just doesn't sound good. Right? Like he sounds bad. Really bad. So Shane Skull dropped Him Hungry, Davina diss. And then Mood 3 weeks ago. So he hasn't dropped anything. Shane Skull dead. So who's still alive in this? Who's still alive in this war? Who's still alive? We gonna call this? What we gonna call this? A Civil War dancehall? Like what's this? What's this gonna be called? This is gonna be called what? Like, cause everybody's jumping in this. It's so to the point where you don't even know what's going on. So it's Shane Skull, Knox, 10 Tick, Devin the Doctor, Alkaline now. I don't think anybody's going to answer Alkaline. I don't think anyone's going to answer Alkaline. I think this whole Alkaline situation is going to just highlight the hypocrisy in dancehall. No one's going to answer Alkaline because already Gaza's like, we're not answering because, he's talking about Bati and we don't get in Bati argument and my artists don't talk about Bati argument. And it's just like, so who's supposed to answer Alkaline? Movado is probably going to address him. And we need to know who Obiad Jamil, right? So when everybody is saying that Cartel is never gonna answer anybody ever again, what does that mean? Like if Busy Signal dissed him tomorrow, he wouldn't answer Busy Signal? Out of curiosity, if Busy Signal dissed Cartel tomorrow, would he not answer him? I don't know. That's crazy to me. So Cartel's the king and he's not going to answer nobody. So we have to wait. We have to wait. We have to wait. Because we're not seeing nothing happening here. 1 second. We gotta wait to see what's gonna happen because I don't think Cartel don't need to answer to Clash. So why is he the king? Why is there gonna be a silent king? Why you have a silent king? So if you want to talk about the next steps in the war, if you want to give a call in, it's gonna be 416. Yo, James Bond, you call in 416. Let me write it down here. 416-951. 7554. I'm taking calls now. 416-951-7554. 416-951-7554. We're going to take some calls and then we're going to head on out. So if you think, well, tell me what the next steps in this war are supposed to be, because really and truly, this war has gotten confusing. I think Movado might answer Alkaline, but do I think they're going to have an all-out clash? No. I don't think that's a good idea for Alkaline right now. I think Alkaline, as I've been saying, needs to get a commercial hit song. I think that's his number one goal right now. I don't think that's what he wants to do, but if I were him, that's what I would be focused on. But I think that that clash, that's the most likely clash right now. I think Massacre's not coming out ever. He's not dissing nobody ever. Like there's not going to be anything from Massacre. Massacre is not coming out. So we could scrap that. And then I don't think Cartel's coming out. We could scrap that. We could scrap all of that. Or we can scrap everybody. I don't think any of these guys are going to answer anybody. Poor Devin. Nice try. But Massacre, I don't think Massacre's going to answer. And it's a week later since last week. And I think that everybody's just kind of been ducking out. And it's just not happening. So those of you who want to call in and voice your opinion, yeah, you can call in. But I don't see it. I don't see anything coming out of this clash. I think this clash is just, I don't see it going anywhere. I really don't. I just see everybody just kind of fizzling out and then whatever. But my advice to Knox and these guys, if you guys are going to keep coming in, you have to have better productions than this. These productions are weak, like very, very weak. And at this level and this much eyeballs, you should have a strong production. You should really be making sure that your stuff sounds really, really good. So James Bond is saying whatever. You're laughing for real. You should have called in, man. Cause you always vocal. Yeah. So some of the other things that's happening in dancehall outside of the clash, right? There's just been, the Caribbean Music Awards is coming back. They're happening on August the 28th. So, there's been some criticism about the nominees, as we know. And yeah, Elephant Man has come with a song that, I don't know. You guys are always going to be like, Babbzy, maybe we should take a listen to it because... actually I'm not gonna play it. I might get a serious copyright for that song. But you guys can check it out. He just dropped the song. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm just I don't know. It's crazy. And we have some events coming up. You know, there's going to be Labor Day weekend. There's going to be a lot going on in New York. So if you're going to be over on that side of the fence, you need to make sure that you check out all of the events. There's going to be a lot. I've noticed there's more dancehall events happening Labor Day weekend now. And it's interesting. Also, we're waiting on the final reply for the whole situation where reggaeton is being sued by some dancehall producers for the entire genre, basically. So reggaeton is being sued for the fish market rhythm, the dembow rhythm, and they're I think this is a very bad move. So it's Steely and Clevie that's suing the estate that's suing them. I think this is a bad move. I think that this is going to cause a lot of problems for dancehall and reggae and rocksteady and ska, seeing as ska was built off of R&B. I think that it's gonna just, if they do win, what might happen is they will turn around and fight reggae and dancehall and ska. And that's going to be a tough battle for them because Michael Bolton and Luther Vandross and Barry White and all of these people who reggae has taken from, they're going to sue back in return. I think this is going to start a copyright war in the Caribbean. And I think that the Puerto Ricans and the Hispanics in America, they're going to start digging and they're going to start suing everybody in reggae and rocksteady and ska. I think that this is going to be a tough move if Steely and Clevie actually win this. I've been following it. I don't agree with it. And everybody knows that I don't agree with it because of the evolution of Jamaican music, right? I have a hard time siding with a music that took from other genres and like, now you're saying, well, yeah, we took from these genres, but now you can't take from us kind of a thing. And I just disagree with the whole concept. And I don't think that this is the move for Steely and Clevie right now. I think that this is going to cause a huge, huge, huge chain reaction. And I think that dancehall and reggae and ska and rocksteady are going to pay dearly for this move. I don't think this is a good move for them at all. I think they should just chill out. That's just how I feel about it. Everybody else is just like, you don't like Jamaican people. And I'm just like, no. I think a lot of the time, a lot of Jamaicans are not used to somebody saying you're wrong. I think they're not used to somebody saying that you can't do this. Because it's like, yo, we're little and we tell her and we do what we want. And it's kind of like, you're wrong, though. And you can't do this. And if you do this, here are your consequences. I think a lot of the time, in a lot of situations, when it comes to a lot of Jamaicans, they don't look at consequences. They don't care about the consequences. It's like, yo, this how me I go right now. And this me I deal with. And we're in a business. And it's like, well, here's what could happen if you do this. And I think they don't want to hear about the consequences. They don't want to hear about the repercussions. They just want to be like, oh, we're going to do this and this is how this is going to go. And I feel like if you win, you're going to have the entire music industry against you. And I think that that's going to be very, 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 very difficult for you to combat. And I don't think you want that because you're going to look like hypocritical bullies if you do win this copyright. Because ska is not yours, right? Like Mento is not yours. Like it started off as yours, but then it turned into Calypso, right? Like, why are we doing this? So I think if people understood the history of the music a lot more, they would understand my position in it. People don't generally understand my position because they always think it's just, I hate Jamaicans and I just don't ever side with them or whatever. Like last week, I'm seeing comments like, oh, you hate Jamaicans. And I'm like, so I'm bigging up Sean Paul, but I hate Jamaicans. Okay, I understand. Also, too, I feel like a lot of why there's some issues and heat on my platform is because people don't know like real reasoning. People have gotten so accustomed to what's happening on YouTube. And what's happening on YouTube is most people, most outlets are one-sided. So they're going to come and they're going to lie for their artists, cover for their artists, make excuses for their artists. And I don't do that. And that's the problem, right? Like they in their mind are saying, look, we are Gaza, or we are whatever. And that's why I stay away from these cult followers, because it's like they just don't see things rationally whatsoever, right? Like if you talk about basketball, right? And you talk about LeBron James. LeBron James is in history one of the best players in the history of basketball. But at the same time, he has weaknesses. He is not a strong free throw shooter, right? He is really weak when it comes to free throws. He is really weak when it comes to fourth quarter sometimes. He can be very weak when it comes to defense, right? That doesn't mean he's not a great basketball player. He has weaknesses. Cartel has weaknesses. He's not a strong performer. That's not bad mind. That's not lie. He is not a strong performer. If you are going to these Cartel shows and you're going to watch him, manage your expectations. You're not going to get a Beanie Man level performance from Cartel. He cannot perform at that level, right? And I understand, yeah, he's sick. And I understand, yeah, he just came out of prison. But he's not well and he can't perform at these levels because he didn't start there in the beginning to begin with. He was never a strong performer. So you're not going to get that out of him. You're not going to get that, coming from the sky and changing outfits. Like, that's Mashal, right? Like, you're not going to get that. You're not getting that from a Cartel. So why is it that you can't say that? Why is it that you're not allowed to say Cartel's not a strong performer? How is that bad mind? How is that like hating against him? Right? Like that, he's not a strong performer. That doesn't mean that, like LeBron, he's not a good free throw shooter. Shaquille O'Neal goes down as one of the best centers in the history of basketball. He was not strong on free throw shooting either. What is wrong with saying that? Like Hakeem Olajuwon can shoot free throws better than him, right? Like, I don't like where dancehall reasoning has reached, because it's reached this stupid goo goo gaga lulu lala kind of a place. And I hate this. Let's try to be like smart about it and like debate in this kind of goo goo gaga kind of way. I don't debate like that. I don't talk like that. And a lot of people were saying to me like, oh, on YouTube, this channel, that channel. I've basically like stopped going around on YouTube. I don't go on anyone's panels on YouTube. That doesn't mean that I have beef with them. It just means that I'm not going on their panels on YouTube, because I feel like whenever I come on panels and I recognize this, like Pepper Seed, big up yourself. I don't even know where you at today, but Peppa Seed is Jamaican and she's a woman, and I'm a woman, but I'm Bajan. And there's a very different tone in the way men talk to me and men talk to her when we're on panels. And it's this very like, you're Bajan, you're beneath us kind of a energy that is constantly being kicked at me. And I don't do well in those type of situations, because I don't believe that because you are of a particular nationality, it means you're superior to me. And I will never subscribe to that. I live in Canada and white people can't pull that rank on me. So Jamaicans can't pull that rank on me because I'm Bajan. Because of white people can't pull that rank on me. And they have the power, they have the assets, they have the resources, they have the money, they own the system, and they can't pull that rank. So I'm not going to let a Jamaican pull a rank on me because I'm Bajan and try to talk like I can't talk and I can't have an opinion and I need to shut up and this and that and whatever. Like, I don't do that. So because that's the energy that's on all these platforms, I no longer go around on any of the platforms. The only platforms you will see me on right now is you will see me on Peppa Seed's platform, Rambo Canambo's platform, the Unapologetic Podcast, and I will come back on Kid Chronic's platform. Kid and I are good in real life. I see a lot of people be like, Babbzy's not over on Kid's platform. And when it was going on with them, there's nothing going on with me and Kid. And there will never, ever anything be wrong with me and Kid. ever in this in 40 years there will be no problems with Kid and I. Okay, that will never happen. That can't happen. It just will never happen, right? In real life, I'm good with Coffee. His platform, I am just, there's some guys on there that I know I'm a crash out on, so I don't go there. And then there's I'm not gonna go on 10 Stars platform. Like, these guys are not gonna defend me when the disrespect comes. Like, they'll defend other women, but they're not gonna defend me, right? Like, there's this thing about me on YouTube that so much people just seem to hate. And it's like, nobody has my back. Nobody likes me. And it's just insane. So, like, I'm not going to go on certain people's platforms where I know that the men on the platform are not going to defend me, right? So, like, if I see 10 Star on another platform, like he was on Coffee's platform and I talked to him, I don't have a problem, but I'm not going to go on his platform. No. Like, I'm not there. No. I'm not doing that because when these guys start to talk to me rough and deal with me in a way, no, I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. And I'm no longer putting myself in those kinds of situations where people are just gonna like, oh, free for all, cuss me out and disrespect me. I feel like if I'm on a panel and I'm talking, and we, like last week, we debated for 2 hours straight. If we disagree on a topic, we disagree on a topic. But I don't feel like dirty blood clot be a jungle and these things. I'm not doing that. I'm done with that. I'm officially done. So, like, I don't have beef with nobody in YouTube, but I'm not going on no one's platform anymore. So you will not see me out here like that. You will see me here and on Rambo's platform and on Peppa Seed's platform. That's it. And Kids, eventually, when Kid gets back up and running, because Vendetta people don't like me, a lot of them, and I just want Kid to build back his platform because of everything that's gone on in the past. So that's kind of where I am. I don't have no issue with no one. I just don't feel like I should be in a situation where I'm talking about something and then I'm getting cursed out. And I think too, I think okay. Okay. I think that the situation is like, it's just sad because when I go around and I see like what's happening in dancehall, there's like, I don't see anybody there at these like sessions and how Billboard works and like how this and that works. And it's just like, you need to be informed of how the industry works. And if you're not informed of how the industry works, then what are you talking about? So it's just the blind leading the blind right now. You know, hopefully one day somebody will step up and they'll kind of go on the commercial side of dancehall to try to get the real facts and the real information about how to do things. But right now, you're just listening to people making stuff up and telling stories. I don't know. I guess that's what it's come to. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, this is Billboard, and this is like, no, it's not. This is not true. And when I have to speak the truth, then I'm in combat. I'm not doing that. Those days are done, right? So I'm gonna roll on out now, guys, because I wasn't feeling too well this week. I had some real headache problems, migraine. My sinus is just insane. My birthday is Friday and I'm trying to hold things together. I'm going to probably come back live on Thursday, and I have to do some interviews this week. So I have Skinny Fabulous. I have, I shouldn't even give the names. Let me not give the names. Next week, what I want to do too is, so one of the Dancehall Discourse segments, I'm going to have an artist come on and we're going to talk about everything that's happening. And then we're going to have the regular session. So we're going to have 2 sessions per week, Tuesday and Thursday. That's what my aim is for. So I'm going to roll on out now, guys. I'm glad that you were able to pass through, and I'm glad that I was able to keep and stick to my schedule. But that's just basically where I am right now. I'm trying to stay away from everybody on YouTube. I've cut everybody on YouTube off. I don't want to do this merry-go-round on YouTube anymore with anybody, especially in the dancehall space. It's crazy. I've had enough, and I'm just trying to stay in a happier, more protected place. So, like I said, Coffee and me are good in real life, but there's people on Coffee's channel I can't deal with. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with them. People are asking me if I'm going to be at the Bounty, Baby Sham, Dexter Daff show here in Toronto. Yes, Blacks is the headlining DJ. Blacks and I are extremely good. I talked to him the other day. He was laughing when I was telling him that you guys think that like we were dating and then we broke up and that's why he's not here. He's just like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Kareem Hype is going to be passing through at some point too. So we're just doing some coordinating stuff like that. So anyhow, anyway, people, I love you guys. Stay out of trouble. Be good. And yeah, let's be here Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Make sure you pass through. And if you can, leave a comment in the replay. If you're on the replay, if you want to talk about the topics that we're going to talk about on Thursday. But yeah, I think this clash stuff, I'm over it because it's confusing. No one is winning. No one is hitting in. And so I'm out of here. Talk to you guys Thursday. Later. I'm gone. Bye.